I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
I even doused myself in all the perfumes I could find.
Praise be Jesus Christ.
Now and forever.
Excuse me, are you Bohuta by any chance?
That's right, I am. If you're here to right old wrongs, be my guest. God knows I deserve it.
I don't need to right any wrongs. The devil sent me to see if you would rejoin his band.
He is free, and he still hasn't learned. Anyway, tell him I'm definitely not going back to that life.
Why don't you want to go back?
I want to reform myself, to redeem myself before the Lord God, and to earn his absolution. There is no way to do that if I am with the devil.
I'd like to find the rest of the devil's pack. Do you know anything about any of them?
Just Ranyek. It has been a few days since he was here.
What did he want from you?
He was begging me for some coin. He said he had a game in Pschitoky, and that he would definitely win this time. As always.
Ranyek still hasn't given up dice, eh?
That fella will never learn, and he's already lost everything. He won a really nice bow once, and he's had nothing but bad luck ever since.
Do you know where I could find him now?
Last time he told me he had a game arranged in Pschitoky. Maybe he's still there.
Thanks. Hopefully I'll find him there. I'll be on my way. I probably won't convince you anyway.
Hold on. While you're here, we can pray for the devil's soul together. God knows he needs it badly.
We can, though I don't know if it'll help anything.
Every soul can be reformed if it so desires and sincerely repents of its sins. Look at me. I used to kill, drink, spend nights with whores, but I learned that it was the wrong way, and now I'm trying to make amends.
Why all of a sudden?
Come pray with me and I'll tell you. Hey, how did you get involved with the devil anyway?
By accident. It was thanks to Jan Žižka.
So, you know Žižka too. Where from?
It's a long story. But if you came to the Devil's Den, I'll tell you all about it over a beer.
Nice try, lad, but I'm staying away from the drink. It's just not worth it. What do you think of the devil anyway?
I trust Žižka to know what he's doing. He knows the devil pretty well.
Žižka is slightly less of a bastard than the devil. I don't know how he can stand him. The ends justify the means, I suppose. When your neck is on the line, you'd better be sure those two bastards are worth it.
Where did you say you wanted to pray?
At my brother's grave. Well, here we are.
Is that Slavek's grave?
You know my brother's name?
Aye. Kubienka told me about you both.
Aye, we were in the band together, but the priest was kind enough to let me bury him here.
Was that important to you?
It was. When Slavek was killed and the band broke up, I didn't know what to do. Father Havel put a roof over my head and showed me a completely different life than I had known before then. Together with my brother, I buried my past here, and vowed over his grave that I would never harm another living soul.
This is where you want to pray for the devil?
Here is where I found reconciliation and peace of mind. Where else should I pray for the devil to find his own?
Why did you decide to leave everything behind and start a new life here?
Because of my brother. I was with him in his last moments. He was completely overcome with horror. I never thought he could be so scared.
But you must have been used to seeing death.
He did not fear death, but what comes next? He knew the kind of life he had led, and everything he was responsible for. Now he's paying for it. It may be foolish, but I believe that if I reform myself before the Lord God, he might forgive Slavic too.
Don't you want to help the devil?
That's not up to me. He has to help himself. I can only pray for him.
Too bad. I was hoping I could convince you. So was the devil.
I thought you said you wanted to pray for the devil.
Oh. Aye, all right. Let's pray for him together, then.
Yes, that would be best. Aye, but it's Latin, so listen carefully and repeat after me. Pater Noster, qui isn't careless, sanctify cater, or no man's tomb. Adventure ad rectum to whom, fet voluminous to her, seek it, inhale it, enter her. Your turn now.
You're saying it wrong. Listen. It goes like this. Pater Noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum. Adveniat regnum tuum. Fiat voluntas tua. Sicut in cielo et in terra.
All right, I know the rest. Panem most room. Quote, idi.
Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimite nobis debita nostra, sicut et nos dimitimus debitoribus nostris, et ne nos inducas in tentationem, sed libera nos a malo.
Amen. I know it too. That's all I can do for the devil, so you'd better get going now, eh? Stop that whistling. You're behaving like a child.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
The old man's too proud to ask.
Aye.
Was darf's heute Morgen sein?
I'm looking for someone. His name is Ranyek, and he carries a nice bow.
That means nothing to me.
And he plays dice. A lot.
Ja, jetzt weiß ich's. Gestern hat sich völlig betrunken. Yesterday with some Pole. They were causing a ruckus until the morning. And I'm still feeling sick.
This drunk Pole, was his name Adder, by any chance?
Ja, Adder. They say there's a whole Geschichte behind it.
Aye, I know it. I'd like to know where he is now.
You should ask the butcher's wife, Eve.
Why should I ask the butcher's wife?
Well, why do you think?
Do I have to make you say it? How does this concern Adder?
It's just some village clutch.
Look, I've heard a lot about Adder. If he was sticking it where he shouldn't have, I'd rather know before some cuckold comes at me with a pitchfork.
Knowing our butcher, you're not far from the truth, glaub mir. Letzte Nacht, Adder suddenly disappeared, just at the same time as the butcher's wife, Eve, did.
She left alone at night?
Leider ja. Her man passed out on the table right there in the inn. What else could she do?
So Adder took the opportunity.
Natürlich.
So where is the local butcher's?
If you go to the village from here, the butcher's Grundstück is the very last one.
I'll go to see her. Maybe she knows something.
You should be careful. The butcher does not like seeing other men around his Eve.
Where can I find this Ranyek?
Try asking the man who paid for his losses yesterday.
Was he broke?
He lost a small fortune here yesterday. It looked like he was going to get a nice beating because he lost more than he had. But a bunch of Kerler from Bilani, who also came to play, lent him some coin. I reckon they felt sorry for him.
And do you know where I could find these men from Bilani?
In Bilani, I reckon.
Thank you for this priceless advice.
Tut mir leid. My head is still ringing like a bell after last night. If I were you, I would ask the Bilani innkeeper. With luck, you will run into them right there.
Why would they pay for Ranyek? Did they know each other?
I do not think so. Maybe they just felt sorry for him. They played a lot themselves, but you could see that Ranyek just could not stop.
I'll be on my way. And thank you.
Nichts zu danken. Auf Wiedersehen, mein Herr.
Look, I just got back from gathering wood in the forest. You know. By the spring, where deer and boar.
Greetings. Do you need something?
I'm looking for someone, and the innkeeper said you might be able to help.
Is that so? Who is it?
A wandering man at arms. He's a foreigner, a Pole. They call him Adder.
And the innkeeper sent you to me. How nice of him. As if the whole village didn't know already. Now he's going to tell everyone who just walks by. Who are you anyway? Some friend of his?
On the contrary, they sent me to find him. He's a dangerous cutthroat. I have to catch him before he hurts more people.
Christ, is that really so? He's going to murder my old man. He and the other men dragged Ada out of the village, saying they'll kick his ass. But now I'm more worried about them.
I heard you had some affairs with the Pole.
I beg your pardon? Did the innkeeper tell you that? That lying old bastard?
Oh, so it's not true?
Of course it's not. I mean, not that the Pole wasn't interested. He was looking at me all night at the inn, but I avoided him. If my husband noticed anything, I'd be in big trouble. But he got so drunk he fell asleep on the table, and I couldn't wake him up. So I got up and went home alone. Ada must be damn quick, because he beat me home and waited for me at the door.
What did he want? Did he hurt you?
No, and I don't know what he wanted either. He was drunk, and since he doesn't speak our tongue, I couldn't understand him. Then he hiccuped, fell to the ground, and started snoring.
And what happened then?
He's a big man, so I couldn't move him. I just left him sleep there till morning. That's when my husband returned. And when he found him, he threw a fit. He thinks I had something with Ada. Me! Me! Who has been loyal to him all these years. If he'd taken one good look at Ada, he'd have seen it wasn't even possible. Ada was still dead drunk in the morning.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't help but notice. Is that bruise from the butcher?
He doesn't mean it. He just doesn't know what he's doing when he's angry.
I'll at least give you something for the pain. Damn. I don't have anything useful on me right now.
That's all right. Thanks anyway.
And where will I find your husband, Ada, and the rest?
Outside the village, in the direction of Kuttenberg. There's a lone tree in the middle of the field. You can see it from a distance. They said that's where they'd take him, so that no one can see them.
I better go and see your husband. The sooner it's over, the better.
Hurry up, please. See you later, my friend.
Quick!
Panie, mój Boże, wysłuchaj mnie. Całe życie mordowałem i ruchałem. Więcej razy paliłem kościoły, niż byłem u spowiedzi. Wybacz swemu słudze. Wybacz. Wybacz i pozwól mi jeszcze tylko raz wykastrować tych bezbożnych skurwysynów!
Shut up! No one can listen to your damn gibberish!
Twoja baba i tak do końca życia będzie pamiętać o mojej polskiej kiełbasie!
I'll shut that gob of yours!
Ciebie i twoją matkę piekło pochłonie. Niech was piekło pochłonie!
Wait! Stop!
A co to za kutas?
What do you want? And who the hell are you?
Leave him alone and untie him.
Why would I do that? Do you know what that bastard did?
If you're talking about the rumors in the village, it's all lies. Nothing happened.
You don't know what you're talking about. That whoreson defiled my wife, my Eva, eh? He should be glad we're only gonna hang him. If I had my way, we'd castrate him as well.
That scoundrel belongs to the Lord of Suchdol Fort.
What does he want with him?
He defiled the Lord's cook, 2 maids, the captain's wife, and stole a statue of the Madonna from the chapel, over which he then did all kinds of lewd acts. They're building a gallows for him at Suchdol.
But what about me? I want satisfaction too, or at least compensation.
You want to argue with Peter of Pisek's armed men? They're already on their way.
As you wish, she's all yours. But the cow is mine, and she's coming with me.
Oh, fuck.
Chwała Polsce, kurwy! Jebać mnie!
It's twitching too much. I'll have to cut the other end, on the tree.
Ożeż, kurwa, chyba sobie rękę złamałem. Kurwa! O kurwa. O kurwa, było blisko. Gdybym nie miał chociaż tego kociokwiku. No to czemuż to przyda? Czego chcesz, młody? O kurwa mać. Mało brakowało. Kimkolwiek jesteś, masz krzepę. Ale teraz to sam bym wpierdolił tym gównojadom.
I reckon you want to know who I am, right? I'm Henry. Henry.
Heniek, a dlaczego ty mówisz do mnie jak do głupca?
Yes, that's me. Henry. I was sent by Dry Devil. He's waiting for you at the Devil's Den.
O, żeż kurwa, czart żyje? To jeszcze go nie powiesili? Kurwa, patrz, głupim to szczęście sprzyja. Te kiepy niemyte ciągle się z nas śmieją. Kurwa mać, aż mnie świerzbią ręce. Hej, młody, daj mi jakąś broń.
Bronny... What?
Broń! Rozumiesz?
A weapon? You want me to give you a weapon?
Tak, kurwa!
Well, you don't need a weapon right now. What for?
No jak to kurwa czemu?
You want revenge, right?
No gdzie tam ja? Spójrz na tę gębuś. Czyż widziałeś kiedykolwiek człowieka bardziej miłującego pokój?
If you're playing innocent, you're not doing a great job. Maybe I can find you something. What about this? Do you want it?
Ale tego ja nie chcę. Potrzebuję czegoś, czym je posiekam.
Probably not then. You're out of luck. I don't have anything else.
No kurwa mać! Taka szkoda. Jakby tu był Janosz, to by mnie tak nie zostawił. A co z Janoszem? Przecież zostawiłem go tam na pastwę losu.
Janosh? You mean Janosh Uher?
No Janosz! W Miskowicach go schwytali.
You mean Miskowitz? Janosh is in Miskowitz?
Tak, Miskowica.
Fantastic. I'll go and get him, and we'll be at the Devil's Den in no time.
Ale do diabła, pojmali go!
He was what? It doesn't matter. I'll find him. You go to the Devil's Den.
No dobra. Ale tylko tego nie spierdol, kurwa.
Whoa!
Christ, take a bath. You look terrible.
Did you see a lad named Ranyek around here? He's a passionate gambler.
Aye. I suppose he was here. What about him?
Do you know where Ranyek is now?
No. But try asking the dice players. He played with them all night long. Maybe he told them where he was headed.
How did Ranyek do at dice?
Terribly. He had the worst of luck. I almost felt sorry for him. He owed a lot of coin at the end of the night. I'm not all that surprised they were keeping an eye on him to make sure he didn't run away.
Are the dice players here? Just point them out to me.
That's them. At that table, over there. They sit there playing dice every single day. The devil knows where they get their money from.
Sir, my friend.
Welcome, sir. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper said you were playing dice with Ranyek.
You know Ranyek? Then you must have a drink with us. A friend of Ranyek's is a friend of ours.
I won't say no to that. Give it here.
That's what I like to hear. Here you go. Bottoms up.
That really hit the spot. So what about Ranyek? Do you know where he's gone?
We can take you to him right now if you want.
Where are we going?
To see Ranyek, of course. You want to see him, don't you?
Look, don't be angry, but if I'm coming with you, I want to know where we're going.
You don't trust us much, do you?
Of course not. I don't know you at all.
I get it. I just didn't want to tell you right away, lest you misunderstood. Ranyek's dead.
What? What do you mean, dead?
Well, he's passed on.
Come on, then.
We wanted to show you where it happened, at least.
Unless you're playing for the first time.
What happened to him? Were any of you involved?
No, not at all. God forbid. Ranyek was a good man, but the way he went... Oh, I don't even want to talk about it.
Bullshit. Ranyek only came here a few days ago, yet you talk about him like you've known him for years.
You make friends quickly playing dice, and we liked Ranyek right away.
Because you milked him dry, eh? Ranyek lost more than he had, so you beat it out of him. Am I right?
That's not what happened. I mean, he did lose a lot, but we never laid a hand on him. It was all his own doing.
So what happened to him?
He drowned in shit.
What can you do?
What the fuck are you talking about? Do you take me for a fool?
No, really, I swear. When it was clear he had no way to settle his debt, he started looking for a way to run. We've seen this shit before, so we kept an eye on him. He tried saying he was hungry, thirsty, needed to get some air. Finally, he said he needed to dump a load. We didn't want to watch him shit himself, so we let him go. We waited outside the privy so he couldn't fuck off. But the bastard tried to flee the other way. He climbed through the hole, under the boards, and right into the shit pit. We went around the back, thinking he'd pop out. But he never made it.
Same to you.
Didn't you try to help him?
No. There were bubbles coming out in one place for a while, but then, well, he was gone. He owed us a lot, but we're not wading through shit for it.
Where exactly did he drown? I reckon I'll have to pull him out.
I really don't envy you. The shit pit is back there, behind the inn. Go around the outhouse, and you'll find it. Just follow your nose. Take care, sir.
You wouldn't happen to know some warrior who...
What the fuck is swimming in here? Do I really have to do this? Kurva! It's a man! And he has a bow. That's Ranyek. How the fuck did he get here? I hear a certain Matthew has been rampaging round here.
Do you mean Matthew the Collector?
Collector? Is that a nickname?
That's what he calls himself. He says he's collecting for the king on the roads. But he's just a common bandit. And a real pain in my ass. If I didn't have to deal with this Janosh Uher bullshit, I'd have dealt with that scumbag by now. But as they say, misfortunes never come lightly. When there's bullshit, there's a lot of it.
Oh, my back.
Janosh Uher?
That's the scoundrel I have locked up in the pillory outside my house right now.
What did he do?
He was trying to rob the blacksmith's house, but Loyza, his helper, caught him. He lunged at him, but Janosh pulled out his axe, and the lad ended in a bad way. God knows if he'll survive. If we have to bury Loyza, I'll make sure Janosh hangs.
How about I treat this Loyza boy? Would you let Janosh go free?
What do you care about him? Is he some pal of yours?
If only I had someone to give me a hand here.
Oh God, no. But I need him.
All right. If you heal Loyza and pay for that scoundrel, I'll let him go. But don't let him show his face around here again.
Oh, my
What exactly did Janosh do to Loyza?
He slashed him with an axe, the murderer, right in the stomach. He's got a deep, gaping wound there, like a gate to hell. We don't have an apothecary or a sawbones here. The herbalist says he only has 2 more days left.
Well, they did tell me if I married a blacksmith, it'd end in
I'll go to
tears.
see Loyza.
As you wish, but be careful. He's in a really bad shape.
Hey, about this Matthew. Where does he ambush people most often?
He has already robbed several traders on the roads between our village and the Sukhdol fortress.
Mary,
You'd better avoid those places.
I have to do everything
Although,
here myself.
there is a bounty on Matthew, if you dare. Not too measly, actually.
I'd be happy to help. The likes of him belong behind bars or in the pillory.
Or the gallows. Listen then. Besides the fact that Matthew robs traveling merchants, he also has something much more valuable. If you can bring it to me, you'll get your reward.
What precious thing can a bandit like him have in his possession?
Here's the thing. Not long ago, a certain master illuminator was passing through. An interesting man, honored guest. I gave him lodging and food at my house and asked him a few questions. He said he was delivering a book to Sedlets, for which he had been asked to make pictures. He was very careful with it and kept it close the entire time. He left at dawn the next day.
And what happened then?
They found him dead by the wagon he arrived in, which was burnt. The book had vanished into thin air. If Matthew's involved, and I bet he is, he must still have the book.
Poor fella. He's barely breathing. That wound looked quite scary. But it's not so bad, really. It's deep, but it's clean, and it's not bleeding much. Maybe some potion will help him. If it was just a gash, he'd still breathe normally. That's all I can find out now. Janosh broke his ribs with that strike. That's why it's so hard for him to breathe. First I have to treat the wound, and then I have to get something to help him breathe a little easier. Buck's blood potion, perhaps? Hail Mary, full of grace. The Lord is with thee. Please grant Loyza a speedy recovery. He has done nothing wrong. He doesn't deserve to die yet. This I ask as your faithful servant. Intercede for him, Lord God, and your Son, Jesus Christ. May Loyza recover soon, and may he continue to serve the Lord as a good Christian. I'm gonna bandage you now. Hold on a moment. I'll give you buck's blood. Here, drink this. Well, that's done. It might take a while, but he should be back on his feet eventually. I've already treated Loyza. He'll be all right.
Really? Well, it's true he's looking a little better now. He has a healthier color and all.
So everything worked out well. Can you let Janosh go free?
Well, all right. But pay up first. Loyza needs something to live on while he's recovering. Think of it as compensation.
I'd be happy to pay for Janosh, but you're asking too much. What would you say to this?
You really won't convince me like this. All right then. If you insist. I hope Loyza can live off this. Here's the key to the pillory. It's better if you free him yourself. I don't want him spitting on my boots.
I apologize. Onions.
I can't go any further. It's too deep.
Hey, what you gape at? Fish face?
Dry Devil sent me. He's looking for you.
Tell him Janosh busy.
Oh. All right then.
Dority, I just pulling pistol. Get me out of here, brother. My neck on line, hey?
The bailiff told me you almost killed some lad.
Fuck knows what shit he tell you.
So how do you see it then?
I was hungry. I want bite to eat. You understand, eh?
Of course I understand. When I'm hungry, I find something to eat. That's obvious.
Finally, somebody understand. I just look around for something. What happens? This cock-up come back. Everybody can shit himself. You too, no?
Who came back?
What I know, some cunt. He's so crazy, he go for me. That's some crazy shit, no? What can I do, eh? I wag him a little bit. And now Bailiff waiting to see if he die, and then I go swing.
Don't worry. I'll have you right out of there.
You some wizard, or what?
Well, not exactly. But I do have the key.
How the fuck you get that?
I healed that wounded villager. So the bailiff is letting you go.
Yeah. Come let Janosh kiss you. But get me out first. I am stiff like fucking corpse. Fantastic! I am stiff like plank of wood. Thank you, fella.
You can thank the devil and Zizka. They sent me for you.
Devil? How he get free, hey? Last I know, he rotting in chains.
Me, Kubienka and Zizka freed him.
Zizka, that mad bastard here? Now that is something to look forward to. And what about Eder? You find him too?
He's in the Devil's Den already. He nearly got hanged in a neighboring village.
Him too? What did Polish fucker do this time?
It seems he was, playing hide the sausage with the Pschitoky butcher's wife. And the butcher wasn't too forgiving.
Ah, typical of him. To get hanged for some wench. Well, anyway, I will go now. We meet there.
Hold on. I had to buy your freedom.
You want it back? You fucked in the head. Hey, where I get coin? In fucking stocks? But, you know, I got something for you much better. What do you say to my sausage? Eh?
What are you blabbering about? What sausage?
Proper one. Full of goodness. Maybe not smell so good, but taste good when you hold nose.
I'll take it.
You will not be sorry. Come back when it is nice and firm. It melt in your mouth. You see.
Firm? Well, all right.
I go now. I cannot wait to meet them crazy fuckers.
We'll meet at the Devil's Den.
I hope. We got things to drink too.
Not careful.
Quick! Ka! Ka! Quick! Quick! Ka!
Whoa!
Hey, what are you doing here? Who are you?
You must be Matthew. Am I right?
Who's asking?
The Dry Devil sent me.
That old bastard is still alive. I thought he'd been executed a long time ago.
He's free again, thanks to us. He's getting his old band together. So they sent me looking for you.
That's so very sweet of him. So he whistles and I should come running to him like a good boy.
So, you don't want to come back then?
For the record, I have nothing against the devil. But I don't want to stick my neck out for fuck all anymore. I'm doing well for myself as my own master. The past is past.
Don't you miss the Devil's Pack? Kubienka is still talking about the old days.
I like to think of them sometimes too, but I don't miss them. None of them really know why they're with the devil anyway. Most of them just don't have anything else to do. If the devil reigns, they would just drink themselves to death or kill each other. At least I know what I want.
And you're content with robbing poor souls by the road?
You are quite wrong there. I'm a customs collector, and it's still better than being with the devil.
The devil and Zizka have a higher purpose. We fight for our rightful king.
How? By capturing nobles and then demanding money for their release? We gutted their people, and they gutted us, but only the devil got the money and the glory. What the fuck is noble about that?
You don't understand. How could you? The devil is a nobleman. Things are dealt with differently by them.
That's rich coming from you. Anyway, you can tell the devil that I thank him for his offer, but after careful consideration, I'm choosing to be a free tradesman.
Well, all right.
I have to ask before you go. Did you pay the duty?
What are you talking about? What duty?
What do you think? To the king! I am His Majesty's Chief Customs Collector.
Aye, and I'm Emperor Charles.
So where's the payment? A royal customs collector's time is precious.
What customs collector? You're just a bandit.
Peace all difference. Those who have, give. Those who don't, take. Cough up!
The devil's counting on me to find and reunite all of his old band.
Why should I care?
What do you think he's gonna do when he finds out his capture was all a setup?
A setup? What are you blabbering about?
Well, I'll just tell him there was a rat in his band that set him up. And I know who it was.
You bastard. No wonder you and the devil are like brothers.
Are we finally on the same page?
Aye. It's bad enough I'm being hunted by the Miskowitz bailiff and the Sukdal captain. There's even a bounty on my head. I don't need a pissed-off devil coming after me too.
I heard about the bounty. You're the talk of every inn, after all. I reckon stealing from traders has made you rich, hasn't it?
More than you could imagine. Their pockets are either full of silver or their wagons are bursting with goods. Kuttenberg is a wealthy town, and the merchants are flocking there like flies to shit. You can learn a thing or two that way. If you want, I can share some of my knowledge with you.
Thanks. That might come in handy. I'd like to learn something.
What is this about?
I know what a lockpick is, but I'm still not very good at using them.
Fine, but it'll take some time.
I'd like to learn something.
What do you want to know?
I'm interested in sword fighting.
Thanks. I'll teach you one trick, but it'll take time to learn it.
I'd like to learn something.
What do you want to know?
I'd like to be more skillful with an axe.
All right, I'll show you something, but you need time for it.
I'd like to learn something.
What do you want to know?
Tell me how to fight better with a halberd.
Great, let's get to it. Learning this trick will take some time.
I'd like to...
What are you...
Well, I know...
Thanks. I'll teach you...
I'd like to learn.
What do you want to know?
Teach me how to sneak around without alerting my prey.
Fine, but it'll take some time.
I heard you stole a rare manuscript for Sedlet's monastery.
Perhaps. And why'd you ask? Might you be interested in it?
I just might.
It will not be cheap.
You want a little too much.
Go steal some more, or you'll get nothing.
Oh, hey, go past here. Shouldn't have done that, right? Dead man. Fucking hell! You want to try me?
I've been waiting for you.
I have the book the collector stole.
Lad, you have no idea how happy you just made me. And what about the collector? Do I understand correctly that he is taken care of?
Yes. The collector is dead, and his band broken up. The villagers have nothing to fear now.
Oh, if it were only that easy. But thanks, lad. They'll certainly sleep better now. And about that reward. Here are the groschen promised from the monastery. And I've added a little from my own pocket for taking care of that scoundrel.
Thank you, Bailiff.
Henry, lovely little storm, isn't it?
Janosh and Ada are back, so that's a reason to celebrate. Are you drinking with us?
Let's have a toast to that.
Toast? Nah, we get drunk like hogs.
To pytam się jej, czy nie chce wskoczyć na konika.
Ada, for fuck's sake.
A wiesz co ona mi na to?
She says she don't understand shit, huh?
Shut the fuck up, both of you.
A co ty taki wrażliwy?
Did Henry take his sweet time with a rope? Or are you this stupid from birth and I just forgot?
Nah, he's thicker now. If Henry let him choke any longer, he'd be drooling on his shirt.
Chcesz mordę?
Shut up! Fucking hell.
What biting your arse, devil, huh?
I wanted to say I'm glad you and Ada are back. But I don't feel like it anymore.
No to my się sami napijemy. Na zdrowie!
Yeah! To us!
You should raise a toast to Henry. You'd be dead if it wasn't for him.
I suppose so. Thanks, Shishka.
Ungrateful bastards! That we should all thank Henry for bringing us to the same table again. So, to Henry.
To me, then.
May he live long and longer for every drink.
Ah, how you drink, he live forever.
Want a punch in the snout.
Don't start, you pair of cocks. To Henry!
To Henry.
Za tę śliczną cycatkę z łaźni.
Only then? You have more, no?
Tell us about it, Henry. What happened?
I also found Matthew, but he grew tired of your pack. He prefers robbing old crones by the road.
Zdradziecki, zapluty szczur. Jeśli wejdzie mi w drogę, zatłukę go, kurwa, jak świnie!
What did he say?
Nothing nice, I'd imagine. But he forgot to add, Kurva!
What about the rest?
And Ranyek is dead.
Somebody rammed dice down his throat.
Not quite. But it was dice that paid him back in the end.
Kurwa! Dał słowo, że tym razem na pewno wygra. Ale znamy się jak łyse konie. Miałem go lepiej pilnować.
Don't feel bad, hey? He not want help and he don't deserve it. What about the rest?
And Bohuta, he has decided to redeem himself, so he could pass the Lord's judgment.
Co za jełop. Nawet Bóg ma go w dupie. Ha!
He got to try hard. Wake up before sunrise, pray, give up meat and beer, and woman's. Fuck, poor bastard.
That's it. That's everyone.
So, we are the only ones?
Unfortunately. But the best remained.
So, to loyal brothers in arms.
Yeah, to us! Long live us!
W moim ogródeczku rośnie różyska. Napój mi, Maniusiu, mego kunicka. Nie chcę, nie napoję, bo się kunia, kurwa boję. Bo się kunia, kurwa boję, bo mi jeszcze młoda!
Nice. We also have one like that.
To teraz ty, młodzieniaszku, dawaj!
What did he say?
He say you sing now.
I'd be delighted. Underneath our windows, water flows so clear. Take my little horse there and water him, my dear. I won't water him, though. No, I can't anymore.
Cudownie! Pięknie!
Henry, my friend, Janosh love you.
A mnie nie?
You most, my sweet other.
No to wypijmy za to!
What did he say?
We drink to that.
Sorry, fellas. but I'm off to my bed. I just know I'm gonna suffer in the morning.
Shame. And I was just in the right mood.
Oh, kurwa. I feel like shit.
So, how did your trial by fire go last night?
Well, I still have both my shoes. I woke up in bed alone and it wasn't even full of puke. So I suppose it was a success?
I'm jealous. At my age, a hangover is almost as bad as getting shot in the arse.
You always drink like that?
Almost always. The mornings are hard, but at least you clear your head. And often your stomach, too.
So what's next, now that your band is back together?
Well, I've got Chibienka, Adar, and Janosh. It's not much, but it'll have to do. Now we just have to figure out how to give hell to Sigismund.
What am I to do?
Zizka said you kept nagging him about that. Well, the lad's taken by von Berkov at Nebakov.
You mean Lord Capon? I haven't made much progress.
Well, get a fucking move on then!